Hello and welcome to the JR's Gaming Podcast, where we talk about the rise of Nintendo and what this great gaming franchise has in store for us in the future of gaming and, of course, the country from which it was born, Japan. I'm your host, Judah Terry, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and good friend, Roan Fern, and this is Season 2, Episode 5.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Yeah, man, I think I got it wrong. You know how we just kind of brought in the whole Season 2, or season thing? We've never had seasons on the podcast. You know how we brought it in last episode, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, and I was like, oh, Season 2, Episode 2. No,
Yeah.
It's about time flies. It's Episode 5 already in the new year. What is going on? Are you zooming the time up? But what's going on? But anyway, man, how have you been? How have you been this week, my good friend?
Just busy with college as always. We've got
Same
a new
old
project now.
A new project.
This is something to talk about.
Oh.
We've basically been set this task. We're working. So it's weird. We're working on this thing as a group, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, we're also doing it individually, which makes no sense because basically this person came into the college, right? And this one of our tutors, he went, guys, go down to the multi-faith. There's someone waiting, so we all went down to the multi-faith.
The multi-faith? Wait, what's the multi-faith? For those of us who do not know, like me.
It's like a room on the ground floor where you can go to pray. It's like called the multi-faith because it's like any religion can just go and pray.
The multi-faith room.
We got told to go down to the multi-faith.
To pray.
Yeah, and we all went in, and there was this woman there, and basically we all sat down, and she basically was tasked us to like, she's from this group,
right?
That, like, does I don't know, I forget, like something they do like they make stuff, sort of crafts type things, and they want us to design like a website for that group.
Wait, it's right. So you're designing a website in the multi-faith room?
No, not in the multi-faith. That's just where we got told to.
Oh, okay. I thought you just like all bombarded into the multi-faith room where everyone's trying to pray. And you're like, okay, we're going to design a website. Move out.
Yeah, but basically the website. We didn't even. So what we started doing is we've started wireframing, which is like basically planning it out. So you draw like sketches of what you want it to look like. Then we'll start like actually coding, the actual coding. But the thing is, here's the issue, right? We've only just started like learning how to like make websites. So like, all I'm saying is like I don't expect it to be good. You know what I mean? Like,
you've only just started. Yeah. But that's the thing, man. Yeah, this is good. This is great stuff. Like, this is like a step in the right direction to designing websites, like Mr. Website Designer. Like, so you just kind of like, is the coding next, right, for the website?
Yeah. I mean, I've already coded a couple websites, just simple ones.
Oh, so I'm still. I keep saying this, but when are we gonna get the JR's Gaming Podcast official website? Because we had one, but it's no longer in use because it's just some Wix.
It's no longer in use.
I
use Wix.
Yeah, it's just Wix. So it's like old.
But yeah, when you go on it says like made by Wix.
Yeah, it's like no one wants Wix.
And the URL is like wixsite.com/582348938 or something.
Yeah,
like
and who
that.
the hell's gonna search up wixsite.com6853?
By the way, unless you pay for Wix, you can't just come across the website by searching. You have to input the link like every time.
Here's my question to you then: if you know how to build and code a website, will we not need to pay? Can you just build one?
You need to pay for the domain.
You need to pay for the domain.
You don't need to pay for any of the building it. That's for free.
I thought if you could build it, you don't need anything. Like you can just go on there and just magic up a website.
Hang on, you can code the website design. Hang on, let me have a look.
Yeah. Because you see, with Rowan being studying computer tech in college, this is a really good step in the door of direction. Like, I'm a podcaster. I deal with mics and audio. He can take care of coding websites. Because at the moment we've only got the Wix website, which, as we just explained, is really just it's not even being used. Like, no one can search it up. No one can find it. It's only in the link. It's like a link tree type thing, but it's pretty annoying.
It says if you want a domain name, you'll need to buy it. But coding your own website won't cost anything. It's just a domain.
Oh, just a domain. But do you think you would do that? Would you invest? Will we invest into building a website? Fair.
As I said, I've only just started making websites, so it's like I need to. There's still certain things that we've not learned yet. But we've already been tasked to make a website for someone. So.
Right. Is there anything else on the course that you do apart from website building? I'm guessing. So what's your next sort of stuff in the semesters?
We do data analysis. We also do.
Nice.
What else? We're doing. Oh yeah, we're also doing programming in like Python. So that's like another
Python
programming language.
I know that.
So we're doing this. Yeah.
Nice. I like this. I like how you're doing this. But Roan, Mike, you've been learning how to program websites this week. I've had the most hectic week possible, which is
hectic week.
Yeah, it's always good for a podcaster, isn't it? When you're a podcaster and you have a hectic week, it means you have a lot to talk about. Well, let's start off with the first little thing that isn't to do with my week, but it's quite a big thing, isn't it, Roan?
Yeah.
Jude the Dude is dead. My Jude the Dude, the name Jude the Dude, the YouTuber Jude the Dude, also known as me talking to you right now, is dead. He's no longer alive. Judissimo killed him. For those of you who don't know who I know what I'm talking about.
I've got a question.
Yeah, go on.
First one is why?
Well, Rowan, let me just explain, right? Because a lot of people won't know what I'm talking about, because a lot of our listeners don't really know our YouTube lives. I'm a YouTuber, guys, and a streamer. I'm always a streamer, aren't I, Ryan? I stream like all the time. I'm a streamer on YouTube, and my old YouTube name was Jude the Dude. I thought it was a little catchy name, I thought. But, I was called Jude the Dude for about a year, right? And then I realised that there's like 6 million other YouTubers out there, YouTube accounts with like 3.k subs as well, of 12-year-olds that just, I don't know, like film themselves eating some broccoli and they get loads of views for it, and they're called Jude the Dude. And then there's another little YouTube channel with a guy who's like 6 years old. He's got 12 subscribers and he makes a video saying, I'm going to eat more broccoli if I hit 50 subscribers. I'm like, what the hell is this? Why is everyone being called Jude the Dude and they're not even doing anything cool?
Is that the main reason why you've rebranded?
Yeah. Really, it is, man. There's too many people out there called you the Dude. It's too many. I don't want to have.
We discussed this before, didn't we? But when we were talking about how like you called Jude the Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's so many other Jude the Dudes. You were like, oh no, but I'm gonna be the true one Jude the Dude.
I know, I said that, didn't I? But then the more I thought about it, it was like that could be the case. Like if I grow to a certain size, I could take over, but it's going to be a lot harder for people to find me. Right? If I choose a name that's original and no one else has, it's much more easy for me to grow and much more easy for people to find me. And in fact, I went away and I was like, okay, I need to make the decision. I decided to change my name completely. Like, for instance, you, Rowan, you're called Rowan Rants. No one else is called Rowan Rants. Eli Turp, he's called Eli Turp. No one else is called Eli Turp. You've all got your own sort of... As if I type in one of your names, it comes up with your stuff, right? For something Jude the Dude, millions of other people come up. Right, so here's the thing, right? I was like, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, think about it, and then come back and do it. And I did. I went away, thought about it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna change it. I told Eli, and he was like, yes, go do it. I was like, yeah, good idea. Right, okay. Then I didn't even need to think that much, because there was this nickname my mum used to call me when I was about 4 years old called Judissimo, and it kept coming into my head, Judissimo. I was like, it's growing on me. Like, I don't know why, but that is growing on me. And I was like, you know what? I know this may be a bit of a big shot, but I want to change my entire name to Judissimo. So I thought, hang on, I need to check if there's any other YouTubers called Judissimo, obviously, and other streamers. There's not a single person out there called Judissimo. Not a single person, not even a single Instagram. So, so I called Eli up and was like, right, I'm doing this, changing the name. And I decided, man, it's grown on me. I think Judissimo's a really good name for me as a streamer. Like, can you just see that as a streaming name, like Judissimo? Like, I don't know, something about it. It's growing on me. Yeah. Is it growing on you? Now, here's the thing. I want your honest thoughts, because now I'm no longer called Jude the Dude. If you type that on YouTube, it won't be me anymore. It's Judissimo, guys. And here's the thing. As soon as I changed it last night, I changed all my socials. I changed everything. I changed the links in the podcast as well. It immediately put my stuff out there. Immediately. So if I type in Judissimo, it always comes up with my channel and everything, which is great. But I want to hear your opinion, Ryan. What do you think about Jude the Dude dying, Mr. Rowan Rants?
I don't think I'm going to miss him. I think Judissimo's a better name.
Yay! Good to hear that, man. Good to hear. I was very nervous.
It's way more original because, like you said, Jude the Dude is like, it's catchy, but it's like, then again, it's... Like
it's way too popular.
So many people called it.
Yeah.
And the reason why I changed from Rowan Rocks to Rants is because it's like, well, in the future, I'm gonna make Rants, obviously, but also it's because it's just the weirdest like Roan Roxy was like a username that I had like on Roblox when I was like 10 years old. So
yeah.
I didn't want to use that for the rest of my career. Yeah,
exactly. So if you're doing a YouTube career that involves ranting about things, you want to kind of stick to that. Don't you?
At one point, I was called Roan Rox 0789, which is just
which is a proper username.
Never gonna get popular. That name won't.
Well, you never know. But I think Roan Rants is way better, and I'm just looking forward to that first video. I'm looking forward to that first video that you do. I'm looking forward to that because it's going to be a treat. It's going to be your. I'm interested to know what rant you're going to do first. Like what you're going to do. I think
got a whole list of ideas down.
What about an introduction video? Do you think you're going to do an introduction video? An I'm back sort of thing. Like, I'm back, guys. Sorry for being so...
Might be a short thing. It might be a YouTube short. I don't know. Introduction, it might be YouTube short. I don't know.
The only problem with YouTube shorts is they don't really recommend to your viewers. It just recommends them to everybody.
Absolutely. When I post a TikTok, it can get up to like 5,000 views.
You're probably popular on TikTok.
When I post a YouTube short, it sometimes gets like 10 views. Sometimes it gets no views. YouTube, it's way harder to go viral on YouTube Shorts. So,
but for me, that's not been the case. I've just been going viral every time because not to be proud or anything, but you know why I think, Roan. Like, I just upload the most stupidest like shit and I just get so many views, like 2.k 7.1k views for me getting hit by a car. Look, I don't know why, because this is not my niche is Nintendo content, Judah and Roan, right? But Roan, I don't know why do you think those views got popular? Me walking into my wardrobe, me rolling off the bed. Why do people like seeing that?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's what you need to do, Roan. Just walk into a wardrobe.
Walk into a wardrobe.
Yeah, you'll get views. People just like seeing you hurt yourself. It's weird. Like, people just like seeing torture.
Okay, that's a very morbid way of putting it.
It is a morbid way of putting it, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Make more of those videos where you get hurt. Make more of those videos where you torture yourself. I want to see torture. Make more of those videos.
I think we can both relate them. Me and you the other day were talking about this, and it was about me and you just find fails funny though.
So but accidental fails.
Yeah, but these aren't accidental. They're just me. I'm just being. I'm faking the stuff. Yeah, on crack. Yeah, Jude on crack. Judah and Roan on superb amounts. But yeah. But anyway, that's what's happened, bro. Judah and Roan is now a thing. I've changed my YouTube name.
That's good.
And it's gonna stay like that.
Built a chameleon cage. What's that about?
Built a chameleon cage. I know you'd be interested in this. This week, Ryan, I've just, as it says, I've been building a chameleon cage. 6 foot tall. In width, it's about. I don't know. I'm not really good with the measurements, but it's got a good width to it. And yeah, I basically, man, I've got a mate who lives around the corner, and he's a reptile madman. He has literally a zoo in his bedroom, and my secret hobby is animals as well. Like, I've got a gecko, I've got stick insects, I've got some animals, as you know, Ryan. But my mate, right? He's got 2 chameleons, and he's got fish, and he's got geckos in his room. He's got a lot of things in his room. When he goes to bed, it's like sleeping in a jungle because it's just surrounded by tanks. But anyway, his half his room is taken up by a giant 6-foot chameleon enclosure because he has 2 chameleons, Jackson's chameleons, and they're big. Have you ever seen a big chameleon, Roan? Like a really big one?
A big chameleon?
Yeah, like a big chameleon. You ever seen one?
How big? How big do you mean?
This couple inches, mate. Like big stuff. You're talking.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're really huge, and so he's got 2, and he's built a second one. He was like, he was building a second enclosure next to his other 6-foot enclosure because he's got 2 chameleons. The other one's in a smaller one, and he wants to move it into a bigger enclosure. So I only live around the corner. He was like, Judah, can you come and help me build this thing? So I went around his house. Then his other mate came in with a big chainsaw type thing and started sawing all this wood up. We built it. He got the wood up, nailed it all together. And then that mate left, and then it was me and his mum and him. We were just building the enclosure. So what we had to do, we had this like mesh, because the entire enclosure's like got wooden frames, but it's got mesh as the walls. So there's mesh all over the walls, right? That's what's for chameleons, it's recommended to have mesh instead of glass because they can't cling to it. They've not got suckers, they've got like claws. So I was up till Rowan midnight, 12:30 at night, stapling this with a staple gun in hand, trying not to shoot his mum in the face with the staple gun because she was holding up the mesh for me, and I was just stapling this mesh to the wood. And it took. Now my hand hurts because I just did my my thumb in, because I was kept pushing down the staple gun. And yeah, we built a massive enclosure. Then we filled it with soil, put some plants in, the giant plants like yucca trees in there, called yucca trees. Then my mate had the grand idea of nailing a wooden branch from one side to the other. So we spent about 2 bloody hours trying to nail wood into wood, which was hard. You know, I don't know. Yeah, fun and not fun at the same time. So we did all that, and then by the next day it was done after no sleep. So Rowan, I was just up all night building an enclosure, and then we got the chameleon in, and we just sat back and thought, wow, that took a long time. And then my man, but that story doesn't end there. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a nose. The story doesn't end there, bro. My mate decided to have the grand idea the next day to buy a giant paludarium.
What?
A giant paludarium, which is basically a vivarium, a giant tank, but it's like, it's 4 foot tall, bro. A 4 foot tall tank. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm buying 2 more crested geckos. I'm like, what? Like, you've already got the entire Amazon rainforest in your bedroom, and now you're getting 2 more geckos. Like, yeah. So, and he's like, and I want you, Judah, to help me out. I was like, oh, okay, right, here we go again. And then we're up till midnight again, bro. We're rushing around, filling the tank up with hydroballs to activate the humidity levels, cutting and measuring mesh, putting that on the floor, filling that with soil. Oh my days, bro. Planting plants, buying plants, going out to reptile shops, buying isopods to put in the thing, buying leaves, then at the end wrapping up and going to the guy that sold the reptiles, and actually, you know, with the reptiles, we had to go and buy the reptiles and then go back to his house and then put the reptiles in. And bro, what a bloody palaver this is. I never thought I'd be working so hard this week for free as well. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for like the remainder of this week. I've been building chameleon cages.
That's the remainder of the week.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, it took about 3 days in total, bro, of me just going down there and helping him out with all this stuff. And I think I like this. I think
the next day after that, did he buy 2 more and say, I want you to help me out?
Thankfully not.
Imagine it was like every other day.
I want you to help me out with this one. I'm like, no. Like, eventually the room is literally, because like, you don't understand, like, he's got like a double bed, but then around it, all of his bed are just tanks and cages and boxes. And then there's crickets as well in his room, like making a like noise. So it's literally like a rainforest. And then he's got like in a tiny little corner, he's got his gaming PC, and his TV's mounted to a wall, but there's nowhere to bloody put it. It's like, bro, it's just like my mate literally has a zoo in his room. I'm not even joking. Like you can make money if you open that house up and just like let people go and tour it. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what I've done. I've been building. Yeah, that's very interesting.
So, one thing, right? What? Next thing's even weirder.
Oh no!
You just bought you a giant lion. I'm assuming not a real one.
Oh, of course it's real. It's real. No, I'm joking, Ryan.
Real lion, nice.
I love how you're just getting more and more exasperated as this week just gets crazier, bro. My sister has bought me a giant lion. There's no other way of saying it. It's not real. I can quickly put you in your ease there, but my sister's bought me a ginormous flipping lion plushie, like, and it's realistic as well. It's real scale size of a real lion. It's 6 foot. Bro, shall I show it?
That's sick, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna show the camera. Hang on.
Oh, I won't be able to see it now.
You were about to see it, but the camera people watching on video, you're about to see it. I can't even fit it on the screen, bro. I'm gonna knock everything over.
Is it actually realistic?
Yes. It's huge. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, it's insane. This is just the head, guys. And it's realistic looking. It's quite scary, to be fair with you. It might bite my head off if I'm not careful. But it's like really long. It's too big. I'm going to put it on the sofa. Hang on. I'm struggling with... Bro, she just bought me a giant lion. Like, I don't understand why. It's the size of my bed. Yes, it may be cool. I don't know where the hell to put it. Right now, it's just sitting on my bed. Because my room is... For those of you who don't know, I mean, Roan knows the plan out of my room. There literally is no space. Like, I've got the studio, which I'm recording in now, which is just a corner of my room with the shelf. But then there's only a tiny bit of floor after that. My gecko tank and my animals, my wardrobe, and then my TV area, and then the second unit. That's all I've got. And there's no... Yeah, that's a bit of a
I was going to say I want a giant lion, but you know the plan of my room, and I don't think there's much space left.
I don't think there's much space for a giant lion in your room, mate. It's realistic looking, and it's actually It's actually like a detailed giant lion. I don't know how to say it, bro, but I'm actually flabbergasted.
A detailed giant lion.
A detailed giant lion, and I don't know what to do with it. I genuinely don't know what. Like, I don't know where to put it. It's sitting on my bed. I can't sit on my bed. It's too huge, so I end up sitting on the lion. And then when I go to bed, obviously I don't want this massive lion on top of me, do I? So I get the lion and I put it on, like, I have to, like, put it on my desk. And then last night, it knocked the lamp off the side and almost broke it. Yeah.
Gosh.
So, Rowan, do you feel sorry for me, man? I mean, it's been so hectic. You know, the last thing I needed from coming home after building a flipping chameleon cage is a giant lion. Like...
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And my sister just thought that was a good idea. I'm gonna buy her a giant T-Rex to like up her. It'll be like the size of an actual T-Rex. That's not a good idea.
Okay. It's probably just gonna. It's not gonna fit in a room. Probably.
Exactly. It's revenge, bro. I think like this is just the start of prank wars now, because I don't know where the hell to put this lion until I move out. But it literally does not. I'm gonna have to put it on the floor then or something in my new flat when I get a flat. I don't know where to put it. I'm literally lost.
I don't know where you should put it either.
Oh no, man, I know. But it's that's my week, bro. I've been in and out of houses, building zoos, giant lion, and last little point, I guess, to close off the week. I've been getting into Pokemon Go again. I've been playing Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's on the up again. It's on the rise. Everyone's starting to play it again. So when I wasn't building chameleon cages or wrestling with a giant flipping lion, I was actually playing Pokemon Go. And I was out with some.
Have you gone around like your local area?
Yeah, I went around the local area, defeated some gyms, and then some fucking 6-year-olds came and knocked them out of the gyms. I was like really pissed off.
Wait! You mean you saw the 6-year-olds in real life?
Mate, no, I did actually. I saw it it wasn't 6. Yeah, that's just too small. Like a 11-year-old guy was on his phone and he was like, "Oh yeah!" After like, I literally just put my Pokemon in that gym and he took it out. I was like, "What? Like, how?" And
that's the thing about Pokemon Go. You can like actually like talk to your opponents in real life.
You can, if you see them. And it's like me and my group of mates went out together. We went driving because one of my mates has a fiance, right? And she can drive. So we were driving. We were just cheating. We were just driving everywhere, getting Pokestops, spinning them, getting Pokeballs, and we were just going like everyone was out catching Pokemon, and it felt like the summer of 2016 again. Because I remember when we got out of the car, we all went in our group catching Pokemon on our phone. We bumped into another group of people playing Pokemon, and then there was a raid, and we all started running. I didn't even know why. Like, I didn't know why we were running, but there was like me and 10 other people just running down this road. Like, the police must have thought it was a raid, but it was literally like a Pokemon Go raid. Everyone was just running towards this thing with Pokemon Go in their hand. I was like, bro, this feels like 2016 summer again. Like, it's on the rise again.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Everyone is playing it again. Let us know, guys, if you're playing it again. They've introduced some new Pokemon to it, I think, and everyone's just going mad over it. But yeah, all my mates are playing it again. Everyone's downloaded the phone game. It's just everyone's on it, and bro, I've been logging in every day and catching Pokemon. And yesterday, I'm not going to tell the full story because I've just taken over the podcast at this point with all my stories. But I actually fell down a cliff yesterday. I was walking and I was hiking in a forest, and I was actually playing Pokemon Go in this forest in Worcestershire. and I was climbing up this cliff and I fell off it. I was playing Pokemon Go. I almost fractured my spine, bro. But
Oh gosh.
I literally did though, and yeah, I was catching Pokemon there in the remote area of this forest, and for some reason they had signal. And I found a gym in this forest where there was nobody. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I put my Pokemon there.
That's brilliant.
And it's still there. No one's gonna. Oh, if someone takes that Pokemon out of the gym, then I know this game's getting popular. Because the little country dump, like, bro, how's someone gonna find that gym? Like, I'm talking. This is a massive forest. Like, it's like, you know, it's acres and acres, and no one was there. So it's like it's in the middle of nowhere, and there's a gym just planted there by. I don't know, and there was no Pokemon in that gym anyway, so I just took the gym over. I was like, my Pokemon's going to be in there for years, hopefully.
What if it says, like, someone took over the gym?
I'll get sad. I'll get mad.
I'll be a bit weirded out, because what's someone else doing there? That sounds like quite a deserted area.
That's what I mean. Like, it's crazy to think. And I know everyone's playing the game, because like all my Pokemon in gyms have been taken out immediately. Like, it's like, oh... Everyone's playing the game again, which means gyms are getting popular again. But yeah, I guess, are you going to get back into it, bro? There's been an update with this rare Chinese dragons coming into play this month.
I think I will. I've got the app downloaded. I've never uninstalled it.
Yeah.
So I might, but the problem is I've used up all my data early, so I can't get it. I can't do it now.
Yeah, so that's a shame.
Someone at college offered to give me some data. I said, no, you don't need to do that.
Well, for playing Pokemon Go?
No, they just. I told them I'd run out of data, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I can send you some." And I was like, "No, it's fine."
Friendship, sending data.
But anyway, one more thing before we move on to the news of the week.
Yep.
I've played GTA Online. Now, are you aware of what
this is?
Oh
yes, I am aware what GTA Online is, because I was actually with a friend this week. I'm not going to tell another crazy story, don't worry. But he's modded GTA, and he literally he can send everyone out the server, and he can like blow people up from just clicking on them.
I know GTA Online modders are insane.
It is. But yeah, what was going down?
The thing is, people. This is what I mean. Like, people just will, like, for fun. Because it's basically just free for all. Like, if you've like ever wondered what it is, it's just like a big city.
Yeah.
And then there's just full of online players, and then everyone's just like, everyone can just do what they want, just in this massive city. It's quite fun.
Disaster, quite literally. Then.
But, like, the problem is that people will just kill you for no reason. Like, they'll go out of their way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, they'll go out of their way. Like, because once I was just AFK, right?
Yeah.
I was just on the side of the road, and this car was going by, and he literally like swerved off the road to hit me, and then like carried on.
It's not very nice. That's why you should have modded versions. You just blow them up by clicking on them.
I went to like a clothes store, right? So like get some new clothes for my character.
Why not?
And then someone just parked outside and like started shooting inside the store.
That's just ridiculous.
It's just like kill you for no reason.
It doesn't make any sense, if I'm being honest with you. It does make sense, actually, because people just are like that. But, when you've got the freedom to kill anybody and get away with it,
I have to say, like, when I have a bad day, I tend to go on it and just blow shit up.
Yeah, it's fun though, isn't it? It's like, I mean, it is literally survival of the fittest. Because everyone will just try and kill you.
Like Charles Darwin.
Yeah, Charles Darwin just like spawns into the game. And he starts shooting.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. How do you think Charles Darwin sounded? Like his accent?
I don't know.
Like, I think he sounded like some big posh Santa Claus. Like, ho ho ho! Evolution. He does look like Santa. I think there's a conspiracy theory
in the Natural History Museum. There's like a statue of him outside. Yeah,
he's got a big nose, isn't he? I should notice, Charles Darwin. He really has got a conch on him. Like, he's got a really circular nose. Like, he's just Charles Darwin. He just looks like a gnome. If I'm being honest. Let's be honest. Do you think
kind of. I can see it. Yeah.
He looks like a giant gnome, and he's like a giant gnome, and he's probably Santa.
Charles Darwin's a gnome and probably Santa.
Yeah, he's probably a lot of things. Podcast? I don't know. This episode, Charles Darwin is probably a gnome and possibly Santa.
Is that the title? No, Charles Darwin is a gnome. Oh gosh.
Oh mate. Oh god.
I think we better move on to the news before we just start talking about. But
I think one more thing: if movies were around, I think Charles Darwin would have all the casting calls. If movies were like a big thing when he was around, right? He would have all the casting calls to play Santa Claus. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be, I'm involved with Santa. Anyway, enough being. Yeah, that's our week, guys. That's the hectic everything of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is in the news this week, my friend? What is in the news? Interesting.
We've got some pretty good news stories today.
Oh, yeah, nice.
First one, now, this headline.
Headline.
Jim Carrey returns as Dr. Robotnik in the third Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now, I didn't even know there was a third Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Nor did I.
Sonic the Hedgehog. I watched the first one because it was like a brand new thing. You know, Sonic never been in like a movie before, right?
Yeah.
Didn't watch the second one. Just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
And now they're making a third one.
Wow. So you need to catch up. I don't. This is the thing. The second one must have done well because Rowan, I think you might ridicule me for this, but I've never seen the Sonic movies ever. I remember when you went to see it. Yeah, I've never watched it. I need to really see it. I keep forgetting it exists.
I only watched the first one. That was it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good actually, but I didn't watch when they brought out the second one. I was like, okay, I mean, the novelty's worn off now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to definitely watch the first one and the second one and the third one if it comes out. But like, I remember you going to see it, and you were like, "Yeah, it was good." But I actually need to go and see it. Like, I've not actually seen the Sonic movie yet, and it's a bit of a crime, I know. But
let's read this.
Let's read the story. Yeah.
IGN has revealed several new additions to the cast of the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Ritter, Jessica Jones, Breaking Bad, Veronica Mars leads the charge here. So Kristen Ritter is leading, with many fans suspecting that she'll play the role of Rouge the Bat in the upcoming movie. Rouge the Bat.
Rouge the Bat. I think I know who Rouge the Bat is actually.
Because I used to character from Sonic.
I didn't know Rouge was a bat. I thought Rouge was
Rouge the Bat.
Yeah, Rouge is a son. I think the guy that wrote this article was like drunk. Like it's like, oh, Sonic the dog. Like this is like Rouge the Bat. Rouge is the red hedgehog. I'm so confused now.
Let's finish this before we get to talk of it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're okay. Ayla.
No, it's not Ayla because.
What the fuck is his name?
There's another L before the first Y.
Who names that kid this?
Aliala.
It sounds like a brand of ice cream.
Joins the cast too. Is rumored to be playing Maria, Shadow's human friend and the cousin of Dr. Robotnik in Sonic Adventure 2. Other names include Sophia Pernus, James Wolk, Cristo Fernandez, and Jorma Tacon. Their roles haven't been confirmed, so besides the speculation and rumours above, we don't know who they'll be playing or whether they'll be voices or on screen. The big question still remains, though, who voices Shadow? We'll say it again, the Super Bowl seems like the right time to announce that. Well, I mean, look, my opinion about this is the thing. I recently heard something about Despicable Me 4 coming out.
Yeah, too many.
Absolute bollocks.
I've never been...
When you have to go to 4... That's when you're making too many movies.
That's what I thought with the whole Jurassic World thing, right? Because the Jurassic Park is an amazing series, right? In my opinion, have you seen Jurassic? I don't think you've ever seen Jurassic Park, have you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know about it though. It's yeah. Have you seen Jurassic World, by the way? I think you've seen Jurassic World 1. I think.
No.
Really?
I've not seen. No.
Oh, okay.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, but anyway, I've seen Jurassic Park, for instance, is one of my favourite films out there, and it was great. JP 1 and 2 and 3, that was quite a thing, but JP 1, in my opinion, was best. But then they made Jurassic World, and I was like, I heard of it first when it came out when I was a kid. I was like, oh, interesting, because like they're trying to continue the series in a different, on a different twist, and it was
right, yeah.
It worked, the Indominus Rex and everything, it worked. I like Jurassic World 1. But then they made Jurassic World 2 and then Jurassic World 3. And it did not work at all. I went to see the second one in cinemas with my parents. I was not a huge fan of it. I thought it was going over the.
I hate when they.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, I've also heard, what's it? Toy Story 5 is coming out.
It's ridiculous.
5.
Yeah, I don't agree with. They're trying to make a series that did really well on like the OG series, like the OG first one. They think that's going to hit the same every time. It's not.
That's
it's
the
not.
thing, right?
Like you know,
Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, like the original trilogy, was like amazing, and then Toy Story 4 came out, and it was absolute shit.
Well, yeah, no, because Jurassic. I'm sorry, Jurassic World 3, if you like it or not, was I think it was 3. Yeah, it was a total pile of steaming shit, bro. It was rubbish. I hated Jurassic World 3. I did not like it one bit. It was ridiculous.
Imagine for the fans of the series that when they start doing this, it must hurt.
And here's the thing, bro. They brought back all the OG actors. I hated this so much. They brought back Jeff Goldblum. They brought back what's the other guy? I don't forget his name now. But they brought back the other actors that were in Jurassic Park 1 into the Jurassic World 3, and it was ridiculous. They just made fun. It was ridiculous.
You know why they're doing that is to win people over with nostalgia. So people go, "Oh, that's the person from Jurassic Park."
Yeah, but everyone it did work for a bit, but no one. I don't think anyone liked it. I don't think anyone liked Jurassic World 3. I hated it, bro. I thought it was ridiculous. It was stupid. I don't like how they go. It's like, mate, listen, right? The original Jurassic Park plot, I'm not going to spoil it too much for you because you might want to see it. Jurassic Park plot is that you have dinosaurs that were bred, they're re-alived, and they were bred in a little park in the island of Nuzlocke, whatever it's called. Nuzlocke. And they're kept in a little island, and they're kept in the sort of zoo, Jurassic Park, right? And they're in this containment, right? They're in this zoo of dinosaurs, right? That's how it is, and they've got these big electric fences. One night after a storm, the park's electric goes out, and a T-Rex breaks out, and dinosaurs escape everywhere, right? Yeah, that's a good plot. They eat people, right? Yeah, the dinosaurs now a dinosaur island. Jurassic World blew the entire island up. Let's just say that is a spoiler. I'm sorry, Roan, but there you go. They blew the entire island up, and then the dinosaurs somehow were shipped to America, took over America. I was like, what is going on? The first film was fine, but now the dinosaurs are taking over the world. Like, I don't...
That sounds so bad.
It's so goofy. It's ridiculous. Like, I genuinely got upset watching Jurassic World 3. Jurassic World 2 was... meh, I didn't like it either.
Well, on the topic of dinosaurs, do you know the theory that some dinosaurs are still alive?
I've heard that theory. Yeah, I've heard the theory. Like the theory that people have seen pterodactyls and stuff like flying about.
What do you think of it?
I think we can never say. Really, like I think we can never. This is like touching on that stuff we've never talked about before. The theory of dinosaurs still being alive. It's an interesting one because I think it's called cryptozoology, where we don't know certain things. Just like we don't know if aliens... But people believe in aliens, people don't believe in aliens. We don't actually know. Until we capture a live alien, we don't know. It's the same with dinosaurs. Until we capture a live dinosaur, today, enough of this, oh, I saw a T-Rex last night, oh, I saw a Tyrannosaurus, oh, picture found of a... No. Show me a live dinosaur in captivity, then we'll talk about it. Because we could keep debating all day, all night. Dinosaurs still exist. Dinosaurs don't still exist. Oh, we saw we don't actually know. That's the thing. There's so many there's so much parts of the world that have not been explored. So much. The sea is huge, right? There's so many mysterious animals, right? They've been quotation marks supposedly seen. Same with in the Amazon rainforests and things. People have supposedly seen strange creatures. Same with Bigfoot. No one's actually caught a Bigfoot. No one's actually caught a live dinosaur today.
Or a Yeti.
Or any of this. So it is all just there's no doubt about that. There are probably big strange creatures out there that are in the form of these dinosaurs. Or it's like we just don't know. That's the thing. We don't know until...
And that's the thing as well about like space. You can't really say like with certainty aliens don't exist because how much we've explored, like I always use this analogy, like the sea, like take the vastness of the sea. We've explored like a pint glass, if that was space.
Exactly.
And the rest of the sea, the pint glass compared to the rest of the sea, and the pint glass is what we know about space. The rest is what we don't. That's insane.
It is insane to think about. I was playing No Man's Sky last night, and that's not even like but it's like he gives you a good analogy of how much space exists because you can explore every little system. I was just thinking about playing this game, like, man, like the Earth can't be the only planet in every single universe to hold life. Like if you think about it, right, the universe that is like the only planet that we know that holds life. But if you think about it, how massive the the universe is. That's when I talk about the universe, I mean systems and galaxies and galaxies and billions and billions and billions of other planets. Why would the Earth be the only planet? Told lie.
I believe, right, as like a someone who's like really into space. I believe that, like the fact that how big the universe is.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way that we can be the only ones.
Yeah, I know. Like I feel the same. Yeah.
There is some and that's like saying like. I think there is some other form of life out there, even if that's like, because another form of life could just be like a type of bacteria on another planet. It doesn't even have to be animals.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's definitely something. But here's the thing: I don't think the thing with all this stuff is like, again, it's all just speculation as well until we actually find out for ourselves and prove it to be fact. Because I go with science. I'm a scientific guy. Like, I only go with the science, right? So, like, same with dinosaurs, same with aliens. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's the reason the whole theory exists is because people have seen stuff. And I think there's got to be something out there as well. But yeah, the whole theory of his dinosaurs are still existent. I have no clue about it. I doubt it. But if there are, we'll find out.
If they do, it would be like on the smaller end, because if you can't miss a T-Rex, if a T-Rex is still alive, someone would have found it.
You can't miss a T-Rex. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's T-Rex is roaming about.
2024 and someone comes around the corner with a T-Rex, I'll be very surprised. I'll say, why didn't we find that sooner?
That's what I mean. And I do know how massive rainforests are and stuff, and like there are lots. Many people have gone missing, but T-Rexes are huge, bro. I don't know, like
I think if like there's a dinosaur that's gonna be like still existing, it'll be something like a pterodactyl, where like it can just be in the sky, and some people just think, oh, that's just a bird, when in reality it could be. I think that's
people
the most
say
likely.
People say the pterodactyl's still alive, but no one's actually caught one. Like, bro, catch a pterodactyl, then we'll talk about it. That's what I'm like, catch one. But back to the
Sonic film.
Back to the Sonic film. How do you feel about Sonic 3? I mean, as we kind of just went on a tangent there. Films do like to make their money and make more, but do you think this?
I hope that this isn't just like I hope this isn't just a money grab. I hope they actually have a basis from Sonic 2 to build on Sonic 3. Because if they're just doing Sonic 3 just to go like, oh yeah, we can just make another one, because that's what they do, isn't it? They just, I think it's most of the time it's a money grab.
I'm not a huge fan of that. Film. Yeah, I think I can't say too much though. Because I've not seen the Sonic films. But you said one was really good.
One was really good. I didn't watch 2. When 2 was released, I was kind of like, I didn't really like the fact that they made another one.
Yeah, I get that.
Stupid, but, the Sonic film is like such like say like 10 years ago, right, or even less.
Yeah.
The idea of a Sonic film was like insane, right? Like you just wouldn't do it. So when the Sonic film came out, everyone was like really excited and it was really good. But now they're bringing out 2. Now they brought out 2, and now they're bringing out 3. It's like, well, it's sort of worn off now.
I think I would get it from your perspective though, as well, because you've seen the first film. Like the thing with also the Mario movie is like I'm okay with there being a sequel personally, because they can do so much with Mario, right? They've not introduced any of the characters. I don't know if it's same. Yeah,
I prefer spin-offs over sequels, like Luigi's Mansion and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen a couple of movies where they made a second one, and sometimes the second one's even better. And I'm trying to think of which one those were, but it's rare usually with big blockbusters.
The first one's better,
there's definitely a movie out there that has a second one that's better than the first. I'm trying to think of it.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But I don't know. I can't say too much. I mean, the Sonic film is definitely on my list. I need to see it, and I'll probably tell you. But I mean, if you thought, did they? The thing with the film is when they actually close it off and then they try and do another one. Hang on, one example, bro, of movies that I like. John Wick, the John Wick films, bro. John Wick, bro, every single film is a banger. Bro, every single John Wick movie that came out was absolutely amazing. Like, the first one was good, the second one was good, the third one was good, the fourth one was super good. Like, they never went wrong with John Wick.
I've never seen John Wick. I can't say anything.
That's the thing. Like, I know you've seen clips of him, but bro, you're missing out. Like,
it depends, because other people, like, it depends. Like, what's the genre of John Wick? Is it like, what's it, thriller?
It's like like thriller action. He's a hitman, basically. Let me give you the core plot. His wife.
He is a hitman.
Yeah, he's a hitman. His wife died, and he's a retired hitman. Obviously, his wife died, but he's on like a register. Like his name's a lot of people know him, and they want to kill him. They want him dead. So he has to like and so he kind of like goes back and like tries to like take revenge on certain people. It is really, really good. Like, genuinely, I never got bored watching John Wick. Bro, I love John Wick. And, yeah, I won't spoil it. But, yeah, John Wick 4 came out last year. Absolutely amazing. I loved it, just like I loved every other John Wick movie. But yeah, I would definitely recommend John Wick. But that's a rare example where they do a movie series up to 4. John Wick Chapter 4. Yeah? That's 4 movies, and every single one hits the same. That is rare. But it sometimes works. I don't know if Sonic would do that, but it's probably up to you, really, because you've seen it. Would you think they could make 4 Sonic movies and it would still hit the same? I don't think so. Because he's not John Wick, he's Sonic.
I think it's different with live action. I actually do think it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, like live action, you can keep... Because, John Wick...
Apart from Jurassic Park, that was...
John Wick was working.
Yeah.
I can see John Wick working with that. Because like there's a lot of like unanswered questions in terms of like but like you said, like if it's not executed properly, then it's it's all about
need a good director.
How they're gonna make this. Anyway, story number. Should we move on to the next?
Yeah,
story
let's move on to the next story, guys. Let's move on to the next story.
Right. So story number 2 is about Gary Bowser.
Gary Bowser's back again.
He's back. Hacker Gary Bowser discusses post-jail life and chipping away at Nintendo's $14 million.
14? I thought it was 12, bro. Poor guy. I genuinely feel sorry for this guy.
Right, let's read. Notorious figure Gary Bowser, who was convicted in 2022 for his role in criminal activity involving piracy of Nintendo games, has talked about his current circumstances, including struggles to pay electric and medical bills in the time since his early release from prison. Speaking to Patricia Hernandez for The Guardian, Bowser, who owes Nintendo $14.5 million in fines after pleading guilty to fraud in connection with Team Executor, a hacking group responsible for producing mod chips and other devices that enable piracy on Switch and other platforms, talks about several aspects of his life now, including the impact of his incarceration on his health issues and how he assumes he will have to turn to food support services in the future. Speaking about his arrest in 2020, he said, "I was sleeping in my bed, it was 4 a.m, I'd been drinking all night, and suddenly I wake up and see 3 people surrounding my bed with rifles aimed at my head. They dragged me out of the place, put me in the back of a pickup truck, and drove me to the Interpol office. I was paying Nintendo $25 a month. I'll pay them what I can, which won't be very much money, that's for sure."
Fucking hell. Right, this is just...
Nintendo ruined his life.
That's what I mean. The thing is, me and Elijah spoke about this when it came out on the podcast, and we were like, this guy probably cannot live. Like, he just came out of prison, he's got a criminal record. The prison sentence is enough. But he's paid his time. Exactly. He's paid his time. Nintendo are being brutal, and if not bloodthirsty monsters to make him pay off. Like, let's be honest, bro, he's never going to pay that back. His children are never going to pay that. His grandchildren are never going to pay that back.
$1.5 million just laying around to give Nintendo.
And Nintendo already $1 billion company. This is ridiculous. Like, I genuinely hate Nintendo for this. Nintendo are horrible with this.
This is the thing, right? I don't think, like, he said he woke up with rifles aimed at his head. Was that necessary? He sold modded Switches and you put a gun to his head.
Bro, I don't know, bro. This is just...
I don't know why they felt they had to bring out the rifles just for him selling.
No, is that even Nintendo though? If that's Nintendo, I'm actually gonna laugh.
If that is Nintendo, then I mean, I hope that isn't Nintendo, because if so,
yeah. Well, he's been drinking. You can see his mental health is going down drain. Like, bro, what is the... I feel genuinely sorry for him. Okay, what he did was wrong, but he's paid his time in prison. Why? Why are they doing this to him?
He says, "I'll pay them what I can, which won't be very much money, that's for sure." So he's saying that he's not going to be able to pay it back. And who can pay it back? He's not. Why did he made like $14.5 million is like 1 billion times the amount that he made from selling modded Switches. It is
ridiculous. I don't understand why Nintendo are being so cruel. Like, the thing is, he's done his time in prison, and he's never going to pay that money back. Like, why are they giving me a second punishment, which is impossible?
and he's going to struggle to get another job because he's got a criminal record. He's been in prison for 6 months. The jobs are going to look at that and go, "Oh, it looks like you've been in prison before. I don't think that's someone that we really want to hire." That's what it's going to be like.
And who's going to... It's not even 1 million, bro. It's 14 million. Like, you dumb. Like, most rich people don't even have that. Most rich people don't even have that much amount of money. Like, and Nintendo are just, like, I hate them for this. I genuinely hate Nintendo for this. I hate you.
Take, for example, Peter Jones, right? He's like an investor. He's on, like, Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
He's only got, like, 10 million in the bank.
Yeah,
and he's
10 million.
10 million. And he's got to pay 14.5 million.
Yeah, well, let me just say, Nintendo, you are monsters. Like, you are monsters. Like, this is just disgusting. Like,
I will play your games. Yeah. I don't respect you as a.
I don't respect Nintendo, bro. Oh, I really wish they would just get smashed. Like, I genuinely hate Nintendo. This makes me mad. Like, this is so cruel. This is probably the cruelest thing a company has done. Like, a gaming company has done to someone. They've got a reputation now as a horrible, cruel company. This is out of order. You don't do this to someone. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if. Sorry to say this, people who struggle with this, or it's a trigger, but like trigger warning, I guess. If he takes his own life. Let's be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because I feel so sorry for him, because this is like, I don't know what I would do if I was in his situation. I'd genuinely be just sparing of life. I've got no hope. I've got to pay off an impossible bill. That's an impossible bill. How is he going to pay that off? Like, his family, like, they can't do that. Even if he joins a gang, if he helps with the mafia, he's never going to make that amount of money in his lifetime, and all he did was sell modded Switches. The poor chap. I'm sorry.
I've been meaning to. Someone at college showed me a meme about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Shall I read it out?
Go on.
It's Paco Gurites, age 9, always wanted a Nintendo console. However, due to being extremely poor, it was just a distant dream. Using his creativity and with the help from his uncle, he made a cardboard Super Mario game, posted it on YouTube, and the video went viral. Thanks to the video, Nintendo CEO Doug Bowser personally traveled to his house to give Paco a cease and desist order and sue his family for $200 million.
Oh my god. That makes sense.
Now people are making memes about it because it's...
Yeah.
Bro, it's literally... and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Even though that's like so far, like a kid makes like a Mario game out of cardboard. Yeah. Like, that's how it's. That's how it is now.
It is. I get that meme. Honestly, my only words for Nintendo are "fuck you." That's like honestly a massive. It's just, bro, I don't understand.
Nintendo.
Just Nintendo
is ridiculous. Why? Okay. Honestly, like, how much did he actually make from selling the Switches?
Not much. It was £100,000. Like, he can pay that off, okay, over time. Not 14 million. Like, what are they saying?
He made 100,000. So fine him 100,000.
Yeah.
Why is it 14.5 million? Like you said, he's never going to be able to pay that back.
I know you're your own rants, bro, but I'm actually going to probably make a video on this on my channel. I'm going to have to rant about this, bro. I have to make a video on this. This is Nintendo hot topic. Yeah. This is ridiculous. I just don't understand anymore. Like, I've no words. We've spoken about this before. Me and you and Eli have all said how much we think this is ridiculous. But this is like another level of just nonsensical idiots, because he's never going to pay that off, and I know I keep saying that, but like, the guy is in dire straits now. He's never going to pay that off, and Nintendo are just being so cruel by saying this, and I hope Nintendo takes this off him, honestly. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. They're a gaming company, not the flipping mafia. Like, I don't understand. It's like, oh man, I get so mad.
Well, we've for sure given our opinion about that.
And yeah, I honestly, Gary Bowser, you know, he did something bad, but I feel so sorry for him. I genuinely. Why don't people donate? People need to set up a GoFundMe or something. I would honestly donate to help him out. I would donate any money, like any of my savings. I would help him out. Like, people need to actually help this man out and raise that much money, because he's never gonna raise that much money. Unless he, like, I don't know what he's going to do. It's ridiculous.
The thing is, like you said, he's just going to... Any money that he does make, he's just going to have to pay back Nintendo. He's not going to be able to spend it on, like, himself.
It just says he's struggling to pay his own medical bills. Like, the poor guy can't even sort his health out. He can't pay his food bills. No. He just said he has to go to a food bank. Like, he can't even pay off his own bills for his medical problems.
Fuck Nintendo, man.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck them.
Honestly, fuck them, bro. How can he, like, bro, imagine you can't even pay your own medical bills, because you've got to pay a stupid gaming company that have got already billions.
Exactly. They've already got billions in the bank. Why do they need 14.5 million? Is absolutely nothing to Nintendo, and they're ruining a guy's life just to get $14.5 million.
They're driving Rolls Royces. They're driving Rolls Royces, wiping their arse with £50 notes, bro. They don't care. This is stupid. My blood is boiling. I'm not happy about this, and I honestly feel so sorry for this guy.
I'm even more angry now that he's said how it's affected his life, because it's fucking stupid.
It is. I knew this would happen. It's so bad. Like, the poor guy. Honestly, the poor guy. Nintendo, you're monsters. This is so horrible. And this is the first time I've actually hate a Nintendo company. Look, this podcast is about Nintendo. This is about Nintendo as a company. And let me just call this out for what it is. Disgusting behaviour on Nintendo's part. They're being disgusting. They're horrible. They're being monsters, right? Yeah, they make fun games. But honestly, in this sense, they're being ridiculously stupid and horrible. Like, I have no more words for them. Apart from they're all monsters in this case.
When have you heard about Sony doing this? When have you heard about Microsoft doing this? When have you heard about Steam doing this? They've never done this.
They've never done this.
Nintendo's a fucking mafia at this
point. They are
fucking.
And here's the thing, mate. Here's the worst thing, right? People are they got death threats, right? And it's being taken out on their employees that didn't do anything. But I understand why they're getting death threats, right? Yeah? I understand why. Because they're being stupid. They're being stupid. And I hope Nintendo honestly stops this, mate.
You know what? Like, honestly, the people at the top just need to be stopped. The people who are making these decisions, because it's not people like Miyamoto doing this. He's not involved. It's the people at the top who wear suits every day and wipe their ass with $10 million who's doing this.
The person that made this decision honestly needs to go to hell. This is actually bad.
I want to know who made it. I want to know who made it.
Yeah, I want to know who made it, bro. And then get that guy fired. Like, get him out of Nintendo. He has no place. He has no place in Nintendo. To make that decision, like, it's just torture.
Nintendo's falling off.
They are falling off. This is going to get bad. This is, of course, going to be the title of this episode, and I feel sorry for Gary Bowser. Wow. I feel so sorry for him, honestly. And I honestly hope Gary Bowser, probably not watching this, but Gary Bowser, keep your chin up, bro. Like, I feel so bad for you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's because someone needs help.
I hope he still has enough to... Because the fact that any money he makes, he has to pay back to Nintendo, who already have billions in the bank.
How's he going to eat? He said he can't even pay for his food.
This is ridiculous, man. No, this is stupid.
It is.
Honestly.
It is so stupid.
I don't know. Like, I'm for the first time, I'm actually embarrassed to be labelled a Nintendo podcast.
Me too.
People are going to think we're going to.
I don't like. That's why we have to talk out. I'm embarrassed to be someone who, as a Nintendo content creator, Nintendo's being just honestly, fuck them, bro. Fuck them. That's all I can say.
Anyway.
Yeah, Nintendo, you're horrible. You're monsters. Stop what you're doing. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Story number 3. That story is obviously going to be the.
Yeah, of course that's going to be the main thing. But yeah, what's next?
Story number 3. We've got to have something to calm down.
Yeah, calm down. Yeah.
Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Florida in 2025. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay.
That's getting right. Nintendo and Universal have given us a first look at brand new Super Nintendo World, which is coming to the Universal Orlando Resort in Florida in 2025. The new world will be opening as a part of Universal's brand new theme park, Universal Epic Universe, which is due to open in 2025. The new park will feature 5 worlds, all focused around different Universal brands, with Super Nintendo World being one of those worlds. In the promo video up top, Molly Murphy, Universal's creative president, talks about all 5 of the world, and interestingly, she mentions Donkey Kong in the trailer, and Donkey Kong Country is also mentioned on the official website. So that likely means that the Donkey Kong expansion, which is coming to the Japanese theme park, will be open in Florida when the park is available to the public. Wow! Ooh. So they're actually getting more Nintendo worlds out there.
So Nintendo World is expanding, because of course, as we all know, the most famous Nintendo World is in Osaka, Japan, and that looks pretty cool. That's pretty fun. You can go and look at the Mario stuff and stuff. But yeah, of course, this is coming to Florida. And actually, my uncle, Uncle Paul, I call him, Paul Terry, he's a musician. He works for Universal Studios, works for Hollywood, and helps out with Marvel films. Jealous. I am very jealous. He works for Universal Studios, and so he's going to see this happen. He lives in Florida, so he's going to see Nintendo World. I'm very jealous. Like, why is he living over there in Hollywood? But yeah.
Well, Well, just before we move on to the ad break and then the question of the week, I have a question. Where do you think you're gonna live in the future?
Good question that is. Well, for the longest time, I wanted to live by the sea in the UK. So there's a nice little Dorset, Rye, Worthing, Brighton. There's some nice little towns. But here's the thing with the world. I actually don't think I'll be living in the UK in the future. I want to do a culture shock moment. I want to move to a completely different country I've never been to before and just live life there. I want to do that. And
you're going to make sure, is it going to be a place that you're visiting first to make me that you actually like it?
Yeah, obviously. I'll visit.
You're just going to roll a dice. You're just going to roll a dice and say, I'm moving to Spain.
Spin the world. I'll move to Africa. Here we go. No, I'm thinking probably move into Japan. Yeah.
That's one wise decision.
Because it's a very cool country. It looks very sick. It's very different to the UK. Completely different culture. I want that culture shock moment. I know it's very different.
What's going to happen to Japan if Solar Storm hits? All the screens are going to go off.
Neon Tokyo will be no longer Neon Tokyo.
It'll just be Solar Storm. Just Tokyo.
No more Neon
Tokyo.
Yeah, Japan is pretty cool though. In one sense, though, Japan is actually a lot of them very modernly technology advanced than us. They've got robot cafes, robot things here. They've also
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are also pretty wise because they're reliant on some things in the past. They don't use photocopiers; they use fax machines, which is quite funny.
Nice.
So I think they're going to have at least a bit more better stuff going on when the solar storm hits, if it hits.
Oh, yeah. Also, one thing I love about Japan is I saw something. I don't know if you probably know about this, but at cinemas they have screens on the bottom of the toilets, cubicles, so you can still watch the film while you're having a shit.
Exactly. If you're having a shit,
that's genius.
Oh yes, I saw that scene.
It's genius, though, isn't it? Because if you need the toilet during a movie, you're rushing about, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
You can just relax, still watch the film while you
watch the entire film from the cubicle. Just don't even go into the movie.
Yeah, that's my thing, right? Though is that surely there'll be the toilets that surely they'll be past a certain point because if they're just in the public toilets, you can just watch the film for free.
True.
I reckon.
You need a pass, probably.
After a certain point, you got to pay to get into after a certain point in the cinema. I think that's just an easy way to do it. You just say you can only use those toilets if you've paid for the ticket. Because imagine just going into the toilet. You say, "Oh, I'm going to watch a film for free," and just go into the toilet.
Well, unlike the UK, we don't have any of that. But the thing with Japan is, number one, they're super respectful in that country, so no one really breaks the rules, which is great. Low crime.
They're futuristic as well.
It's futuristic, and also
they're 10 years ahead of us.
They're 10 years ahead of us, but they're also kind of stuck in the past, which I love. They've got old little quaint towns with little old. They still use old little things. I love it. And then of course, I think first of all they're more modernly advanced, but then I think in the cinemas there you probably would need a pass to get in. And plus, mate, I think we all know the toilets are super cool in Japan. The toilets have buttons and stuff. It's press this, you got to play music on the toilet. You can.
We have to agree that a bidet is better than toilet paper.
Oh yeah, bidet
really cleans it out.
It is, cleans it out properly without.
Toilet paper's dry.
It is. You have to. I use I use wipes as well as toilet paper because it's just not nice.
Toilet paper's just. Yeah. It's because let's say the same thing. If you got if you got shit on your arm, you wouldn't wipe it off with dry toilet paper, would you? You'd rinse it under the tap.
Obviously.
Why any different when you're wiping your ass?
Exactly. But have you ever had that thing where you've done a shit and you don't even need to wipe it? It's just clean. You just you check and it's there's nothing there. You ever done that? A perfect shit?
I think I have, but it's very rare to happen.
It's a rare to happen. It's perfectly formed. And the other ones are just really annoying. But it's the thing with Japan, it cleans it properly. You get, bidets are so much more better because it's more healthy. You properly get cleaned out, and then you can use toilet paper to dry it, right? Dry your ass.
That's all the toilet paper should be used for, not to actually wipe it.
Exactly. And the toilet's got buttons and everything. You can hire the seat. You can, bro. It's amazing. And it's always got period mode as well for girls. It's got that for when girls are on their monthly and stuff. Yeah, so it's got the perfect little setting. It's amazing. It's got boy mode, girl mode. It's amazing.
Boy mode, girl mode.
Yeah. Like,
I don't think some people might be happy with that in today's day.
Oh yeah, true. I identify as a broccoli, actually. No,
that's the thing. Don't they? I think. One of them. Like people are saying, like people who are like that, like what you've just said. They're saying, like, where do I go to the toilet? There's no toilet for me. Who's a broccoli?
Honestly, I also say get a life and just identify as an actual gender, you psycho. There's only I'm a guy of 2 genders only. If you're any side, if you're a Sam Smith person, get lost. Like.
Oh, also, I was scrolling on this one thing before we go to the ad break, so we're waffling. I was scrolling on TikTok Live. You know, I was scrolling on TikTok, and you know how you come across like the live streams.
Yeah.
I came across this live stream.
Oh no!
And there was this woman talking.
Yeah.
And the text, you know how this text, and the text said, "I identify as a witch."
Also, when I identify as a wolf, like I hate furries, bro. Like honestly,
but like
I saw a TikTok saying,
"How can you be a witch?"
I don't even know, mate. But here's the funny thing: I saw a TikTok where it was like, "Oh, you know, you can legally shoot animals. If someone's legally identifying as a furry, as an animal, you can shoot them." Have you ever thought about that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you won't be you won't be taken to court because you're shooting an animal.
Okay, furries. By the way, if you're a furry listening, no hate, keep listening to the podcast. I'm just saying.
You're furry listeners.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just gonna say.
I'm saying furries. Like one thing, furries. Like, I'm nothing against them, but like they puzzle me because like they live their life in that suit. Like they go to bed in it. How are they not absolutely sweating buckets when they sleep in that suit?
No hate, but I think they're mentally impaired and need to go to the hospital. Because the thing with me, I'm open online about how I feel about this. I think there's only 2 genders. Let's be honest. There's not 300 million. Let's stop confusing it. All the kids today. I think is look. I stand with people that are like they and them. I'm okay with that. People identify as non-binary. That's fine. I agree with that. But like. But honestly, for those of you going outside, I'm a twika bonker sexual. Like, just stop it. Just be you. Be a female or a male or a non-binary. That's it. That's it. Like, stop confusing the generation.
Yeah,
there's so many kids that are being brought up in today's school, being told, "Oh, you can be anything you want." No, stop. Just go back to how it originally and always was in the world, which was male and female. And if you thought outside of that, and you were like, "Oh, I identify as a lion," then you're mentally insane, which you are.
Do you remember the good old days when it was just you went onto a website and it said select gender and there was just male, female, but those were the days.
Now it's not. Now it's like prefer not to say and stuff. Like, I mean, I understand some people struggle with that.
Prefer not to say. Yeah, that's just keeping private. But when it's
that's fine.
I've never good thing. Like, fortunately, I've not yet to see a website that has a massive drop-down list of 70 genders.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I agree with non-binary. That's fine, but like. When it comes to other
people think there's like 100 genders.
Yeah, there's not 100 genders. There's 2. Okay, that's it.
All right, let's move. Should we have an ad break before we burst?
Yeah, let's have an ad break before we burst into mental. Let's have an ad break. It's time for the ads. Right, ad break.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt the episode. I'm Rowan Fern, the co-host of this podcast. If you're a regular listener to our podcast, you would know that me and Judah love to hear from our community. Every single week, we read out your comments and questions on the podcast. One viewer wrote in telling us how they found their wife directly through the popular 3DS game, Pokémon X. Bloody hell, you don't hear that every day. You can become that viewer by writing into our podcast email, jrsgaming135@gmail.com. That is jrsgaming135@gmail.com. I know all of you hate ads, so on with the show.
And we're back from the ad break. Right, we just had a big laugh because I was like, remember our old PE teacher? He was so fat, right?
We've mentioned him in the past.
We mentioned him in the past, right? I was like, Miss Harris is so fat that his pronouns are he, fi, fo, fum. Oh no,
that's so funny.
I know. I thought I knew that about you now.
That was so funny. P505. Anyway,
question of the week. This week I thought we'd read out a comment on YouTube because people write in comments, and this was a longer one, so I thought I'd read it out. This week we have a question from Sean G. And Sean G says, I've been playing Palworld for the last few days, and the game itself is completely different from Pokemon. Besides the monster catching and similarities between some of the pals, I highly doubt Nintendo can do anything about Palworld. If they could, they would have the movement. They would have at the moment it was announced. Unfortunately for them, Palworld is actually good, and the Pokemon has been absolute garbage for the past few generations. If you enjoy survival-based games, I definitely recommend the game. It's also a super fun experience to play with friends. Sean G. Nice comment from there from Sean G, who's a fan of Palworld that we talked about last week. I think Palworld is an example of a Pokemon-style game that has good graphics for once. Let me just say that.
Listen. I've seen like Palworld like more and more right since the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
And like, if only like Pokemon could do that.
Yeah, I know. If only Pokemon had that sort of level of graphics and it could go on the PC.
Company, the Pokemon Company. I'd say you need to take inspiration from Palworld, mate. They took inspiration from you. No, take inspiration from them.
That's what I mean.
A good Pokemon game.
Look, are you going to get it? Because my mate got it as well. All my friends are getting Palworld now. I'm getting left out because I need to get. I'm finally getting a PC soon, so I'm going to get Palworld and I'll probably start streaming it. It looks super fun. I agree with you, Sean G, and I also agree with you that the Pokemon for the last few generations has been garbage. The graphics, and yet Pokemon Arceus was absolute garbage. You know, thanks for sharing that same thought with us, Sean G.
It really has.
It has been, and you know, let's be honest, Ryan. You know, the other few Pokemon games that have come out has also been like the glitches are so bad that I don't even want to buy the latest one.
I mean, Arceus, that's just a no.
Arceus is in the bin, yeah.
No-brainer.
No-brainer. We had to even host a debate show because it was just such a debated sort of but yeah, it was obviously me and Ryan won the debate, didn't we?
Did we ever? Yeah, I was just gonna say, did we ever announce who won it?
I think there was not a winner because we both held really good views. That's the thing. Yeah. But I think me and Ryan are just gonna lie and say we won. We won. I think
we have the platform to say we won.
We're the hosts. But yeah, I think it was a very good debate. It got really heated as we thought it would, didn't it? We were like, no, but Eli got him. I was like, no, let him speak. And I was like,
Eli was like the mediator between the two sides.
Yeah, I remember.
Even though he was like in sort of kind of half in favour of Pokemon Arceus.
And half not, yeah. Because I loved how he eventually stepped in to agree with us. He was like, actually, I'm going to disagree with Liam. I was like, yes, go. It was a really cool debate. It was great having Liam on the podcast.
If you haven't listened to the Arceus debate, if you're new, go and check it out. It's
a banger. It's a banger. It was one of our most popular episodes as well. I think it won an award.
Because it was thing that we were talking about it for like a year before that, weren't we?
We finally got out of the way as well, which was really good, and we got everyone on the same day. We all did it. It won an award. That's how good it got on the end of the show. So Palworld.
Palworld. If only Pokemon could make a game like Palworld.
Man,
absolutely.
I think I'm play Palworld more than. I mean, the only Pokemon Go, not the only Pokemon game that's really good. The graphics is Pokemon Go. That's got really good graphics. I mean. It's got
the real world map.
It's got the real world map. Exactly. You can go to real life locations.
I can see my village in the game, which I'm not going to say because
you can see your. I've actually said you've actually edited it out. I've actually doxed his exact village, and it's like. The thing is, again, I always think no one's actually going to go and be like, oh yeah, Rowan lives there. Like they're not going to be like, oh, I'd rush over to his village.
No,
but it is also a shout. It's a rather not. We'd rather not. We'd like a private life. But yeah, I think I agree with Sean G. It looks super fun, and it's definitely better than any other Pokemon game that's been made.
Absolutely.
I think that the OG Pokemon games were the 3DS because, of course, it wasn't best graphics. It was the highest possible graphics for the 3DS, and it runs smoothly, no glitches.
My 3DS. I need to start playing it again.
I started playing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. You should definitely get that and play it off the Hate Shop.
Sapphire.
It's one of the best. Everyone says it's the best, one of the best in the series of Pokemon games for the 3DS. They're like, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire is the best. I was like, okay, and I like playing it. It's pretty fun, but I'm still a massive fan of Y, in my opinion. Pokemon Y.
Yeah, I like X and Y, and Sun and Moon.
Yeah, Sun and Moon's pretty good as well. But yeah, I think I agree with Sean G, and it's time that Pokemon actually make a really good game for the Switch. And the Switch 2 coming out this year. Does that hold any hope? Do you think?
Is it? Is it coming out? Wait, is it confirmed?
It's confirmed, yeah.
Because I remember we read about it, but I thought it was speculation.
Oh no, it's confirmed. It's coming out this year. The end of this year.
Let's hope it's actually a Switch 2 and not a Switch. Oh, now it's a Switch, but it's got a bigger kickstand.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm actually probably going to stream it live, the thing. So I'm probably going to do what you did, because you streamed a game when it was just coming out, and you got 800 people. 800 people watching your live.
Oh my, yeah.
How did you?
That's what you mean. That's what you mean. You got a clutch. You got a when something's coming out. You got a clutch, because then people will
watch it. Yeah. What was it like having a chat that just zooms, like flows?
It was amazing. But the thing is that it was amazing. But I also had a voice that sounded like I was a 10-year-old.
Oh right. Did anyone say anything on it?
No, but people were still in there just acting like I was just a normal streamer.
And did anyone like subscribe from that?
Yeah, I got like 20 subs from it.
Whoa! I need to do what you did, bro. That's insane.
Yeah,
I got 25 subs from me getting hit by a car on a short. Did you see that?
Well, get hit by a car again?
Did you see that?
25 subs.
Did you see the short?
I did.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm such a fake thing. I don't know why I did well. I was like, I'm sitting in a car right now in the UK. I was like, wait, what's that? And we got hit by a car. And then
that's amazing.
And then for some reason, like I thought it was bad acting. I thought it was obviously a skit, you know. But people actually emailing in, messaging me, like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." It was a joke. Like, calm down.
Wow.
So obviously people really liked it. It got over 100 something likes. It's got 7.6k. So 7.6 thousand people have seen that. Wow. Probably going to get recognised now in the public eye for being someone who got hit by a car. Like, imagine that happens. Like, so I'm out about in London or something. They're like, "Oh, you're the guy that got hit by the car, right?" They have a picture. They don't know me from my podcast. They don't know me from my streams. It's like, you're the guy that got hit by the car.
What do you think? Okay, this is the thing. What do you think I would do? Right, I want you to give me some advice. What would happen?
Yeah.
Let's put myself in a scenario.
Right.
Let's say I'm like talking to a friend.
Yeah.
Like say just in college, like walking
walking
through college, talking to a friend.
Yeah.
Right. So people can hear my voice. What if some person stops me and go, "Hey, you sound familiar," and then I go, "Well, what?" And then they say, "Are you from so and so JR's Gaming Podcast? What should I do?" Because they've seen my face now.
They've seen your face.
And they've recognised my voice and seen my face.
I think this is a good time to talk about this. Your face, right? Because you may possibly get recognised, right? The podcast is 11,000+ people that listen to us.
What, by my voice?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rare. But if that does happen, I got recognised as soon as I showed my face by a girl. But I think you should say, you'd be like, I think you, knowing you very well, you'd be like, yeah, and then all right, mate. I think he would say that. I don't think he would deny our podcast. But I think I was talking to Eli about this last night, about Rowan showing his face, because we were like, oh, now Eli's going to show his face. Rowan's the last in the trio to do it, and we were discussing this, and I was going to tell you, we think it's good that you eventually one day hopefully show your face on this podcast soon, because if you think about it, the podcast on YouTube, because our YouTube channel, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, hello, we don't have that much people that watch us on YouTube. In one sense, we kind of fell off on YouTube. Like, on YouTube, you have like 45 subs, which is nice. We've got a small little community. We've got like a couple of views on each video. And it's all right, you know. I've got more subs. I've got 177 subs on YouTube as myself. Like, I'm bigger than the podcast when it comes to YouTube. We're thinking, but why? Because you've got a nice little room. Why don't you, one day when you feel ready, just practice like showing your face on the podcast with me?
One day,
yeah, because like you said, you wanted to get a green screen, right? Yeah, because I understand how your channel, right? For your channel, you'd want best quality. If you ever show your face, you want really good quality, which is understandable. Yeah. But like for the podcast, you could experiment by maybe just showing your face, because it's a podcast. You could just be like, because you got your little headset on, you could like just angle the truth is, though, I've just realised Ryan doesn't have a webcam. that's why he can't.
I mean, I'll have to get that as well. Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to, but also, the thing is, I don't know if I want to do it just yet.
Yeah,
I think I'll wait a bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big thing showing your face. I think that is true. But yeah, you are also toying with the idea of being an anime VTuber guy, so your VTuber would be on it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what do you think of that? Do you think you'll get that running? You've got the software for it?
I've got the software for it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll say maybe I'll do that. I think I feel like I'll do that until because I'll reveal it like obviously at some point.
To complete the trio. It's complete the trio, isn't it? Yeah. I think it would look good to go on to like the. I think it would do well, especially for your rant videos like Kavos, but Roan rants in there, and you're like, wow, KSI, blah blah.
Yeah, Kavos. That's what I mean. Kavos is like setup is like really good.
Yeah, you can just do what Kavos does, like just. But
you watch Kavos?
Yeah, I do. I do like Kavos. He's quite interesting. I like his videos. Like he's.
One thing to close off the podcast. What have you heard anything about KSI recently?
Oh yeah, I have. Like guys, just I think his ego's getting to his head, isn't he? Like he's constantly
What's happened now? Because I've not been keeping it. Because the last I knew was that he told his fans to go and berate Tommy Fury in real life. Which is out of order.
So he did that, and then he justified it. He actually spoke out about Kavos, and he was like...
Wait, he justified it? How did he justify it?
He was like, oh, Kavos made a video about me, saying this, but actually it wasn't that bad. And he just justified it, and then everyone was like...
Wasn't that bad?
On the Sidemen podcast.
Told people to go and harass Tommy Fury
Yeah, I know, and he kind of
just...
KSI just didn't let the hate get to him.
I honestly feel like I might unfollow him at some point. Because I don't. He's acting like an arsehole.
I unsubscribed from him and disliked his video because he's just a bit of an arsehole at this point. Yes, he does make. Yes, he's a nice guy in some aspects, but I do think he's got to. It's all the fame's got to his head. Like it has. Like you can see it.
Boxing, when he's boxing though, like when it's to do with boxing, like he's got to start learning. He's got to start learning to be humble in defeat.
Lose well.
Because he was like, when he lost, he was like, okay, be frustrated for like a day and then move on. But like, when he released that video saying it's called "So I Lost?" I thought, oh, he's finally accepted it. But it was just another video of him going, I didn't lose that fight. I should have won.
Yeah, I know. And it's like he's just so full of himself. Like he made a documentary, and it's like. Mate, no one actually cares. Like apart from your little 12-year-old fans, I don't think that many people
I found
care.
The funniest guy called he's called Sewer King. He's like a YouTuber with like 15,000 subs. He's not that popular, but
Sewer King.
He did like a 30-minute video about that video that KSI made called "So I Lost," and he was like absolutely just his comebacks to what he was saying were just so true, honestly.
Well, I mean, KSI, like there's no doubt about him. He made good content back in the day, but now it's just like he has all these followers, and there's just this thing where he's just like I don't know, like he's got to his head. He's become the guy.
And John Fury call him Pineapple. His like hairstyle.
He's got. I mean, let's be honest. KSI's full head's a 5 head, bro. It's huge. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's a 6 head. I don't understand how he's got such a massive forehead. But the thing is, they say how your head grows bigger each time, like you're like egotistical. That is exactly the case with KSI. His head is so big, and yet he's also an egotistical idiot at the same time. And it makes sense. It makes sense, to be fair. And he is. Like, yeah, I've seen these videos that are like, oh, KSI helps out a guy with cancer. Okay, that's nice, but, you know, you're not seeing the other side to him where he tells his fans to berate Tommy Fury. That's the true KSI we're all seeing here. And he's a bit of an arsehole. So let's be honest.
Like, he was saying, like, what's it? He was saying every time he goes on Tommy Fury's posts is the comments are like saying,
and they are.
So he is going, he's going through Tommy Fury's stuff and looking at the comments and going, oh look, these people said something bad about Tommy Fury. I feel so happy now.
I know, and it has actually happened. Like I follow Tommy Fury on Instagram,
every time he makes a post, there's little random kids in his comments going, you lost the fight,
exactly.
This, that, and the other.
It's so annoying.
So he's told his fans to harass him, and it's worked.
Yeah, and it's not good. Like
he's got an army of 10-year-olds behind him.
Yeah, and 10-year-olds are dumb. So it's like, I know I was a 10-year-old once, I was dumb. So just be dumb, everyone know. And I just hope one day they'll find out, actually he's an arsehole. And it'll fall off. Because if you think about it, 10-year-olds are not going to remain 10-year-olds. They're going to grow up and they're going to realise, oh, this guy's an arsehole. And they're probably going to be like, and then it'll fall off, hopefully. Let's hope KSI falls off. He needs to be humbled. I think KSI needs to be humbled, personally.
I think so.
I'm not interested. I don't watch him anymore. He's a bit of an arsehole and he's way too egotistical these days. It's just so annoying. Like, the way he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to win. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, I don't care about him.
And he also punctuates all his sentences with laughs.
Yeah, like, KSI, mum doesn't even know who you are. If you think everyone knows you, no, my mum doesn't even know who you are, so you're not that big. If mum doesn't know you, it's
I mean, my mum knows just because I've ranted to her about him.
Yeah, I know. Prime's good though. I'm just saying it's pretty tasteful. But yeah,
some flavours are. Some
flavours are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I recently tried a new flavour. It was alright.
Did you? Was it not Metamoon? Metamoon's disgusting.
It's called Cherry Freeze. It's quite
Freeze.
nice.
I think I saw that. Actually.
And it's actually quite cool. The bottle changes colour, so it's when it's full and it's cold. The top bit it's like blue, and then the bottom bit's red. And then when you finish it and it cools down or it warms up, the top bit's white.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's damn
That's
cool.
That's like a bowl, like to use, like so. It means whatever liquid you put in, it will turn blue, and then it will turn. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway,
the cherry
Palworld. Yeah, Palworld. I agree with Sean here. I think Pokemon needs to take inspiration from Palworld. I think it should work the other way around.
And it's a bit sad Nintendo did take down the Pokemon mod for it, because they got a Pokemon mod. And Nintendo took it down instantly.
Cool. Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair, but Pokemon mod for it would be amazing.
Yeah, there was, and it only lasted 2 days, and it got taken down. I think so.
Gosh, Nintendo, why do you have to ruin everything?
They do. Yeah, why have to ruin it? Just let it be. Like, no other game company does that. Honestly, they just hate it. Like, the guy that made Palworld actually used to work for Nintendo. So it's quite funny. But yeah, it's kind of like middle finger to Nintendo there. Like, haha, look at this. I've proved a better game than you, and I used to work for Nintendo. Pretty cool. Japanese guy that made it. But yeah, WWW's in the chat for Mr. Takashi. I don't know what his name is. But anyway, that is it for today's episode. It's been a good episode, and yeah, I feel very sorry for Gary Bowser. I hope you do okay, mate, and hopefully you get that paid off somehow. But yeah, please send in your questions and comments to jrsgaming135@gmail.com so we can read out your questions and comments on the podcast. It'll be very fun. But yeah, please subscribe or follow us on whatever platform you're listening from, and leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening from, because it will help us out greatly and get the podcast around. Our socials will be in the description below: our Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, website, and our Discord server, where you can talk to me and Rowan personally. But until then, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye!